Stevie J here with your Titan Fighting 25 recap from Fort Riley, Kansas, for the main event of Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Concrete Asplund. And since those are the two names I can remember off the top of my head, I'm going to look down here and there to consult my notes, such as for this first fight, which was Marcio Navarro versus Aaron Darrow. And this was the first of several times during the night that the announcer in the cage, Stephen Beyer, got on my nerves. I'll tell you why. This fight went to a split decision, but he read the scorecards as 29-28, 29-28, and 29-28. Yeah. How do you announce it like that when it's a split decision? If you're going to do that, you should say the name of the fighter in each case when you announce the score. But he didn't. The first of several screwy things this man did throughout the evening. But the winner was Marcio Navarro, which I credit as the right winner because Darrow was able to control the first round with a takedown and just staying on top, but Navarro got the better of the striking in the second and third, and Darrow ran out of gas and wasn't able to get any more takedowns, so the right guy picked up the win regardless of the split decision. Then we had a few fights that went to finishes, which made for some excitement on a card that was a pretty no-name card other than Lashley, with no disrespect to any of the other fighters, of course, because you got to fight on cards like these to make a name for yourself. And Greg Vandekreek and Kirk Grinlington are two of those guys trying to make their name. Vandekreek is 1-1, Grinlington is 3-4. I kind of expected it wouldn't go well for Grinlington based on his record, and it didn't. He tapped out at 2:05 of the first round to a triangle choke. Jameson Saudino, 6-1. Zach Hubbard, 1-0. This was a flyweight bout. And guess what? We had another triangle choke. Jameson Saudino picks up the win at 2:41 of the first round. And he busted Hubbard up pretty good, too. Michael Chavello, he can't resist. He was like, he smothered in Hubbard's blood. And you could hear Pat Miletich pretty much groaning as he said that. That was our commentary team, by the way. Miletich and Chavello for the evening. Next fight was Jesus Adame versus Brian Davidson, also known as Mr. D. Davidson owns a career win over Jens Pulver, but as I noted in my recap, that doesn't mean what it used to back in the day. Again, with no disrespect to Mr. Pulver, who's still one of my favorite fighters, just not winning as much as he used to back in his glory days. And in this one, Mr. D was largely in control throughout the fight. He got takedowns when he wanted them. He was punishing Adame on the ground. Adame seemed only ready to go one round. He was completely out of gas and flat-footed in the second. And then Beyer got on my nerves again by announcing, "Your winner, by unanimous decision, Mr. Davidson." Wait a minute. What were those scores? Okay, it was unanimous, but was it 30-27 times 3? Was it 30-27 and 29-28 times 2? Was it 3-29-28? Tell us freaking something, for the love of God, Beyer. And he got on my nerves again shortly after. This guy was just, ugh. Zach Freeman and Jake Lindsay in the co-main event of the night for Titan FC fought at a catch weight since both men weighed in at 159 pounds coming into the cage. But they didn't need 3 rounds for this catch weight bout because an overhand right knocked Freeman down. Dave Clifton rushed in to make the save. This fight ended at 2:31 of the first round, and Beyer does it again here by saying, "Your winner by referee stoppage due to strikes. Give it up for Jake Lindsay." Can't you just call it a TKO? Everybody calls it a freaking TKO. Do you have to say referee stoppage due to strikes? And then he just couldn't resist getting on my nerves one more time in the main event after they introduce Bobby Lashley and Kevin Concrete Asplund, and the referee in charge gives his instructions to both fighters. That was Chuck Wolf, by the way. Then Beyer gets on the mic one more time and screams, "It's time to go to war." If you wanted to say that, do it before the referee gave instructions, not afterward, right as the fight is about to start. I know they plugged at the beginning of this card that Beyer had worked in 52 countries, but 51 of them should have kicked him out and sent him back to the United States. I don't like this guy one bit. Anybody that ever complains about Bruce Buffer from now on can shut the fuck up, because Bruce Buffer is 10 million times better than this buffoon. Long story short here, Bobby Lashley dominated with wrestling, which is exactly what you would expect Bobby Lashley to do, given that's his background. In the second round, he was just done. He got him on the ground, took the key lock, got the tap out. The fight was over. The official time was 1:23 of the second round. He teased the fight with Dave Bautista in the post-fight interview with Pat Miletich. That's Titan FC 25. I'm Stevie J, Glove Up or Shut Up, Wrestling Observer, and AngryMarks.com.